creating sacred space. Now, this is a question that I often get asked when people are requesting a shamanic healing, specifically a distant shamanic healing. And this is one of the very key steps that I like to encourage my personal clients to do. Now, what is sacred space? Let's just break that one down first. Well, sacred space is exactly as it sounds. It is a space that we are creating and calling in to be holy and sacred. Now, it is a defined area that we have dedicated to a specific type of healing, holy, sacred work. Now, in terms of shamanic healing, why I ask this of my clients to activate and create in their own home whilst they are receiving a distant healing is because it is the way of sending out that deep intention, that deep prayer within you that says, I am ready to receive. And in doing so, in creating sacred space around you and defining the area that you're going to be resting within, you are bringing yourself out of your mundane space, your ordinary reality, and you are giving yourself the opportunity to step into the magical, to step into the alchemical space of healing. You are creating a space of ceremony for yourself. And anyone can do this. And in a way, I see it as a very empowering practice. And I do want to say this doesn't need to just be created for a shamanic distant healing. It can be done for many different reasons, but for today, I'm going to stick with how and why we would create sacred space for a distant shamanic healing. So the first thing to consider is, where is your sacred space going to be? So define the area. And you'll want to choose an area in your home, in your house, that feels safe, that is comfortable. And for the shamanic healings that I offer, I request that you are lying down for at least 1 hour. Now, to some people, it seems like a luxury, actually, in our very busy lives that we are living. But this is also, that element in itself is part of the healing before any shamanic healing has actually been performed. That gifting of that 1 hour of rest time, at whatever time of the day it is actually a gift to you. It is a saying that I will create space for myself when I need to heal. I need to go inward now, and I need to receive. And it is giving back to yourself. So you will define an area in your house. Where is it? Is it going to be in your lounge? Is it on your sofa? Is it on your bed? Now, often people will say to me, but if I'm lying down on my bed, I will surely fall asleep. Falling asleep, in my opinion, is perfectly fine, simply because sometimes when shamanic healing is being imparted, actually the best ways of those energetic either removals or receiving of power or soul back into the body, into the energy system, for it to be integrated, sometimes we naturally need to be in a deeper space of relaxation. And for a lot of people, that is to be asleep. Often people think they are asleep when actually they're not. They are in that restful dream state space, which is that theta brainwave state, which is a very creative space to be within. As I say, this could be in your lounge, it could be in your bedroom, it could be a space outside in the garden. What is key here is that you define it, and you may wish to define it by grabbing a blanket. Maybe you'd like to put a blanket onto the floor. You will literally be defining your space by lying down on that. And make sure it's comfortable. Make sure that you have everything that you need that's going to be safe, comforting, and therefore a pillow, a blanket, anything else that would make your journey, your inward journey, your receiving of this healing more comfortable. Now, the next thing to consider is that ideally, the space that you choose to receive your shamanic healing, for creating this sacred space, is for it to be quiet. Ideally, you don't want to be centered within a space where it is hectic, it is noisy, that you have people speaking at you, that you have requests from other people. You want it to be uncluttered. You want it to be clean of noise. This space is for you and you alone, so you must not be disturbed. Now, preparing the space. Preparing the space is about having it uncluttered and clean. And, people may laugh at this, but when we physically clean our space, even if it's to do with the sheets, whether it's dusting, whether it's hoovering, whether it's just tidying up the edges of the room that we're in, whether it is the bedroom or the lounge, and making sure that it is squeaky clean as much as you possibly can. Now, people fail to remember that every physical item, every physical thing that exists in our world has an energetic counterpart. And so if you are going to create your little sacred space within a very cluttered room that is full of items that has not been cleaned for many days, many months, many years, who knows, then actually what you're doing is you're placing yourself in an area that has other energetic hooks and wires, and it's like sitting within the middle of a dirty cloud. If you want to make the most out of receiving a shamanic healing or any kind of energy healing, it would be to clean your space, to make it clear. As without, so within. We are cleaning the space that we see so that we can also create space within our hearts and mind. You may also wish to open the windows. Again, another thing that's very easily overlooked, that you simply want to let fresh air into your home, into the room that you will be lying down in. Now, because shamanism is so beautifully woven in with the spirit of nature, with the elements, inviting the spirit of air to blow through your home will also collect any of that stagnant energy, and it will disperse it. It will give it an opportunity to be released out into nature. We want to bring life back into your world. We want to bring life back into the body, life back into the space that you are creating, that is your holy and sacred space.